Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it happens to be for you. I hope you are doing very, very well. So, we are going to be talking transfers. So, the first update I have got for you is that Tottenham are not working on Mason Greenwood. Alistair Gold and Fabrizio Romano have come out and said this. So, for anybody thinking that this is true, it is absolutely not true. I'm glad we bring enough drama to ourselves. I feel like we don't need to have any more kind of drama. If I'm completely honest, I just don't want it. Like, I just don't. So, as much as he is a good footballer, I just don't think it is worth it. As much as people say, people forget, etc. I just don't think in this country, it is something that is going to be forgotten. I think that people need to obviously understand the situation is what it is, but I do think that the repercussions would be immense, and that's not for me. I really don't want it at Spurs. So, like I say, we bring enough drama to ourselves. Let's not be bringing any more. So, I'm glad to hear that he isn't somebody that we are looking at. So, we got news yesterday that Tottenham are stepping up their pursuit for Adam Walton. This is because apparently the deals for Tonali and Fernandez, which we'll get into too, are going to be difficult ones to do. Spurs view the Crystal Palace midfielder as a serious target. Yeah, interesting. I really, really like Adam Walton. He's going to be about £80 million. He is different to Tonali, so I'm not sure if what the sort of profile we're looking for, because he is different to Tonali. I actually think he's probably a little bit better to get because of the fact that he is a little bit younger. But he is more, I think, like attacking than he is defensive. Where Tonali is, though he does go forward, he is a more of a. I think he can be a 6 or an 8. Where I think that Walton is a slightly different, like I say, profile to that. Anyway, so yeah, interesting. I don't think we're going to get both. For anyone thinking that we're going to get both, I really don't think so, at all. I really think that that will be so unlikely that we're going to get both. Let me know what you think about Adam Walton. Would you prefer Adam Walton to Tonali? The money difference as well, possibly. How difficult the deal's going to be with Newcastle. Would Walton want to come to us, or is he going to wait for someone bigger and better to come along? That could also be the case with Tonali. I'd always think that people get things a bit twisted. As soon as someone's put a bid in, other clubs will be notified. So it doesn't matter how quick or how slow you do it, the other teams will be notified, and I do think that then they can put their bids in, so it doesn't really matter. So I think that will happen in the case of Tonali and with Walton. The thing about it is that when you go for a player with big money, you know that they're more likely that to be liked by other teams as well. When there's big money involved, that means they're a big player. So I never thought for one moment that we were going to have an easy ride or get either Tonali or Walton. If I'm honest with you, I always said I had my doubts about it. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I just think that honestly, a bigger club's going to see that we put a bid in, and boom, they're going to come along. But that's just my personal thoughts. Let me know what you think. So, Fernandez, we are looking into getting Fernandez. We have apparently contacted him, but he does want Man United. They've been talking to him for slightly longer, but they're possibly stalling on their negotiations. But if he wants to go there, I just don't see him changing his mind. I think he'll want the negotiations to continue. So I just can't see him coming to us again. When it comes to Man United, we're not going to get him over Man United, in my humble opinion. I just don't see that happening, in all honesty. We have also got news about Vuskovic. So Vuskovic has been liking some posts that have been put out saying that Brighton are coming in for him. They have submitted Brighton a new bid for 45 million. Negotiations are ongoing with Tottenham after the two bids are have been rejected, and Brighton are pushing to get it done. So, yeah, I do think that will get done. I think that for me, 45, I would take it. I think it's 43 plus some add-ons to make it up to 45. I would take it. I'm sorry, but everyone who keeps saying about Vuskovic, I think he is so young. I think that we don't know what his potential is going to be, and if he doesn't turn out to be any good, and then what? I think like he doesn't want to be here. He wants to get time. I think that at the end of the day, it's something that you just do. When a lot of clubs they do this with their players, they move them on, and if they become big players, they become big players. So be it. Like I just don't see what the issue is, in my honest opinion. I think that he is, like I say, a chance that we can't take by having him in the first team. And then he wants to get game time, but he also wants to be settled. So, yeah, I think that if he wasn't our player and we were going in for this 19-year-old that had one good season in the Bundesliga, like he had an exceptional, don't get twisted, he had an exceptional time in the Bundesliga, I think that a lot of people would be up in arms about it. So if he wasn't our player, I think people would see it differently. He is good in the air. He is strong. He's big. He's actually pretty good with the ball at his feet. But as we saw when he played against England, he can struggle. So I think that actually that is going to come because he is young. So for me, I personally would say that we are better off to sell him and get that money, recoup it, and put it elsewhere into the club and the team while we can, and try and move up into the higher echelons of the Premier League and do better, and then you can get in youngsters to bleed them in, because at the moment we're not in a position to do that. So for me, we have to be sensible. We really do, and I don't know. Yeah, like I just don't know why people are getting so worked up about it. If I'm honest with you, I really don't. Although he does look like a great talent, you really don't know. So, the Tonali deal, it's gone very, very quiet. There's been bits and pieces coming out, but it's really mixed. So, I've heard so many different things. I've heard that Arsenal have always been the ones that Newcastle think will come in for him. We've heard that Man City are also considering him. So we already knew that they were sort of in the talks-ish, like there was talks about them being involved. So they have come out and said that obviously Manchester City are in for him. We've also got that this from Newcastle's side. The talks of Sandro Tonali are going down to Spurs have been played down by sources at Newcastle. If he does leave, it's highly unlikely that his replacement will be bought in. It's highly likely so that his replacement will be bought in advance before any sale is made. 100 million remains the asking price. So, yeah, there's a lot of different things coming out. And then we had Fabrizio Romano at some ridiculous time in the morning saying that he's tired, sleeping in 3 hours, but I keep telling you, Spurs Tonali deal is on. Now, I don't know what on means, because at the end of the day, that is a little bit subjective, because I think that he's already said that it's on, which means that the player has agreed terms, which means nothing, because he can agree terms with multiple clubs. So he can agree terms with us and then say no to us and agree terms with another club, because then their terms are already set out. So it's not going to be difficult for them to have terms like agreed with him. So it feels like we're going to do the legwork and another team is going to come in for him. That's what I keep saying. I really do truly believe that's going to happen. I think that, as I say, the other clubs will be alerted as soon as we put a bid in, and boom, they're going to say, here's the terms, easy, done already. They've already sort of know what the terms are. And then they're just going to get the money out, and he wants to go to them because they are a bigger club. That's how I sort of feel how it's going to go, because we had the same talk with Eze. This is exactly the sort of same situation that it happened. So, yeah, I don't think it will happen. And I kind of said that all along. I don't think it will happen, despite what other people are saying. So, yeah, that's the Tonali update as far as we know. If there is any other updates, I will let you guys know. Please put your bell button on, so then you get alerted when I do videos. I do release them 8 o'clock every single morning, but then any other extra ones I will put out if there is any breaking news. So I would really appreciate if you could do that for me. Please make sure you smash that like button as well, as that does really help. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, guys. Again, it all helps push out my videos to other people. So take very, very good care of yourselves. Please make sure you let me know what you think in the comments section, and we'll talk again real soon.